Part of the Steps to Knowledge journey, the new message, Heaven's perspective on things, is about attachments and detachments. Well, I ran across a Buddhist saying, and knowledge is in, spirit is in every religion. It just takes a wise teacher to discern it. And Buddha was a wise teacher, actually. He was sent in as another messenger. We've had many messengers, Moses and Jesus and Buddha and Allah. And so I recognized when I read this, I came across a couple of his posts that are very helpful. One of the reasons I'm making this video is because I re-listen to them at night, sort of like instead of sublimables, I listen to this and it embeds in the subconscious. So I'm going to speak about attachment and detachment and how to balance yourself in emotional confrontations. So how attachment makes life harder and detachment makes it easier. One, attachment says, I need this to be happy. Detachment says, I can appreciate this without depending on it. The more your happiness depends on something external, the more fragile your peace becomes. Two, attachment fears loss. Detachment accepts change. Everything in life changes people, circumstances, emotions, seasons, everything changes people. Fighting this reality creates suffering. Attachment turns love into possession. Detachment allows love to breathe and flow. You can love deeply without trying to control, own, or hold on too tightly. Attachment creates constant anxiety. Detachment creates inner freedom. When you try, when you stop trying to control every outcome, your mind finally has room to rest. Attachment keeps you stuck in the past. Detachment helps you move forward. You cannot begin a new chapter while clinging to the old one. Attachment takes everything personally. Detachment understands that not everything is about you. Other people's actions often reflect their own struggles, not your worth. Attachment says this shouldn't be happening. Detachment says this is happening, now what? Acceptance is where peace begins. Attachment chases certainty. Detachment learns to trust life. Not knowing can feel uncomfortable, but it is also where growth and new possibilities live. And one of the things the new message steps teaches you is to wait to know. And that's served me well through this. So, eight. Oh, did I do eight? Attachment chases certainty. Detachment learns to trust life. Yeah, not knowing. Attachment creates emotional dependence. Detachment creates emotional strength. Your peace becomes more stable when it comes from within rather from people. 10. Attachment makes life heavier. Detachment makes life lighter. The tighter you grip, the more you suffer, the more you have no control. The more you let go, the more peace you find. Detachment does not mean you stop caring, it means you stop clinging. You still give love, you still give, you still appreciate, but you no longer allow happiness to depend on things you cannot keep forever. That is why the Buddha taught, hold everything with an open hand, because peace begins where attachment ends. Now we'll speak about detachment, how detachment makes life easier. Many people misunderstand this detachment. Detachment does not mean you stop loving people. It means you stop losing your peace trying to control things that were never yours to control. The Buddha taught that attachment is one of the greatest causes of suffering. Not because love is wrong, but because the mind clings to people, outcomes, and circumstances as if they were meant to stay forever. Yet yet everything in life changes. Nothing stays the same. The more we resist that truth, the more we suffer. 1. Detachment frees you from constant disappointment. The tighter you hold on to expectations about people, outcomes, or life itself, the more pain you experience when reality takes a different path. Detachment allows you to appreciate life without demanding that it unfold exactly as you planned. You stop needing everyone's approval. A detached mind no longer depends on validation to feel worthy. You realize that your value does not rise or fall based on someone else's opinion. True peace begins when your self-worth comes from within. And this is true from my experience. You learn to accept change instead of fearing it. People leave, situations end, emotions shift. Detachment teaches you to move with life's changes instead of fighting them. What leaves was never meant to stay forever. You suffer less from overthinking. Much of anxiety comes from mentally holding on to what you cannot control. The detached mind lets go of endless what ifs and creates space for calm, clarity, and peace, and the presence. You love people more purely. Attachment says, don't change, don't leave, make me feel secure. And detachment says, I'm grateful for your presence, but I do not need to possess you to love you. This is where love becomes freedom instead of fear. You stop forcing what isn't meant for you. A detached person understands that not every door is meant to remain open. Sometimes rejection is redirection. Sometimes loss is protection. And sometimes ending makes room for something bigger and better. Your emotions stop controlling your decisions. When attachment is strong, fear, desperation, and insecurity often drive your choices. Detachments create space between feeling and reaction. That space is where wisdom lives. You become harder to break. A peaceful mind understands that happiness cannot depend entirely on temporary things. When your peace comes from within, life's changes can shake you, but they can't destroy you. A monk once said, hold everything gently, because the tighter you hold life, the more life hurts when it changes. Detachment is not coldness, it's not indifference, it's not giving up, it's emotional freedom. It's the ability to care deeply, love fully, and appreciate life completely without losing yourself when things change. Because true peace begins the moment you stop trying to hold on to what was never meant to stay forever. One thing I noticed during my journey was, and through this experience, was you can, knowledge teaches you to be an objective observer. So you can pull yourself back in your mind, detach from your emotions in your mind, and observe them. And, if you read something that triggers you, you can observe that emotion. Most triggers are from childhood wounds, the root chakra, the first 10 years. So pulling myself back to heaven's perspective all the time, detaching from, you know, the ego mind running around um, trying to figure everything out. I love waiting to know. It's hard, to keep myself in that position and detach, but the more you practice it, the easier it is to detach. So also Buddha said, what your emotions reveal about you. One, fear. You're standing near change, and growth often feels dangerous before it feels freeing. Two, anxiety. You're trying to control what cannot fully be controlled. Breathe and soften and trust life more. Three, guilt. You're carrying the past too heavily. Learn the lesson, forgive yourself, and move forward. Four, helplessness. You have been strong for too long alone. Allow support, rest, and softness into your life. Five, confusion. One version of your life is ending while another has not fully begun yet. Give yourself patience. Six, despair. Your soul feels trapped, but sometimes endings create space for completely new beginnings. Seven, emptiness. You have become disconnected from yourself. Slow down and return inward again. Regret. You wish things had happened differently. Take the wisdom and release the punishment. Nine, insecurity. You fear losing something important. Remember, what is truly meant for you does not require fear to keep it. 10, resentment. You have ignored your own needs for too long. Boundaries are necessary for peace. 11, envy. Something inside you recognizes a desire you have not fully allowed yourself to pursue yet. 12, anger. Your boundaries, values, or pain are asking for attention. Listen carefully instead of exploding blindly. Loneliness. Your heart is craving deeper connection, understanding, and emotional safety. 14, jealousy. You fear comparison, replacement, or not feeling enough. Often it points towards unhealed self worth. 15. Overthinking. Your mind is searching for certainty in an uncertain world. The only thing you can trust within yourself is knowledge, inner knowing, spirit. Burnout. You've been giving more energy than your mind, body, or soul can restore. 17. Numbness. Your nervous system became overwhelmed and chose shutdown as protection. 18. Sadness. Something inside you needs gentleness, grieving, rest, or acknowledgement. 19. Impatience. You're resisting the timing of life instead of flowing with it. 20. People pleasing. You learn that acceptance felt safer than authenticity. It's my little sign, that noise for pushing out the negativity and bringing in source, grounding it out upon the hour. Keeps you balanced. 21. Shame. A part of you still believes your mistakes define your worth. 22. Withdrawal. You are protecting yourself from disappointment, rejection, or emotional exhaustion. 23. Hope. Despite everything your soul still believes, healing and better days are possible. Your emotions are not enemies. They are messages, they are signals, they are wounds, they are needs, they are unspoken truths asking to be understood. Healing begins when you stop fighting your emotions and start listening to what they're trying to teach you. Very interesting from Buddha. Here we go. Universal principles that affect your life. The law of echo. 1. What you repeatedly think, speak, feel, and do slowly becomes your reality. Your inner world eventually echoes into your outer life. 2. The law of pattern. What you continue tolerating, repeating, or avoiding quietly shapes your future. Change begins the moment unhealthy patterns are interrupted. 3. The law of inner cause. Your external life shifts when your internal state shifts. Peace, clarity, and integrity inside eventually transforms what exists outside. 4. The law of ownership. The moment you stop blaming people, timing, or circumstances for everything, you begin reclaiming your power to change your life consciously. Steps to knowledge does it gently, and knowledge only gives you what you're ready for. It won't give you, greater things that you can't handle. 5. The law of continued. Continued. I can't even say that. Continued unity. Every decision matters. Small habits, thoughts, and actions quietly compound over time to into either peace or suffering. The law of timing. Some things arrive only when you are emotionally, mentally, or spiritually ready to hold them without destroying them or having them destroy you. The law of allowing. What you fully allow yourself to feel can finally heal. Suppressed emotions often repeat until they are acknowledged honestly. The law of non resistance. What you stop fighting internally often loses much of its power over you. Acceptance creates peace faster than resistance. 9. The law of attention. Whatever you constantly focus on grows stronger in your mind. Energy flows where awareness goes. 10. The law of detachment. The tighter you cling to outcomes, people, or expectations, the more suffering you create. Peace grows through loosened attachment. In other words, detaching. Releasing, letting go. The law of energy. Number 11. The people, environments, habits, and information around you silently shape your emotional and mental state daily. 12. The law of alignment. When your actions, values, and inner truth align, life feels lighter, clearer, and more peaceful. 13. The law of impermanence. Everything changes, good and bad. Understanding this deeply softens fear, attachment, and unnecessary suffering. The law of reflection, number 14. What triggers you and others often reveals wounds, fears, or truths still unresolved within yourself. The law of presence, 15. Life is experienced only in the present moment. The mind suffers most when trapped in the past or fear of the future. Life responds to your inner state more than people realize. Your habits become your reality. Your focus becomes your direction. Your attachments become your suffering. And your awareness becomes your freedom. Some really good wisdoms here. And I'm going to, I'll be listening to this for like a subliminal at night. So it makes this is inputted. And knowledge, once it's inputted, once a new message is inputted, knowledge will recall it to you. You're reclaiming it, right? You're remembering it. You're bringing it forward. It's these are all very wise. There's new message wisdom books. I'll put the links below. They teach all this, but this is a short form. So I was grateful to fall across it because I can see how it would be very helpful for me. Yeah. So today is June 5th, 2026, and yeah, another great day in the neighborhood. Well, it's kind of foggy, but it's warm out. But as you can tell, I'm a happy camper. This too shall pass. Yeah, and I'm still alive. I'm still doing good, and nothing you said about me worked. Carry on.